And so like my entire portfolio right now is just Nasdaq, S&P, which I don't need to explain to you. That's just index. Hood, because I want to bet on the increase of gambling culture around the world. And I think Hood is doing an amazing job at capturing that. And I think it will continue to be the winner. I mean, revenues continue to grow. They're launching a social feed, which is going to bring people in for gambling. Huge. Uh, I own gold because I think that, and this is like a 5-year bet. I mean, gold and silver specifically are, they're no brainers, man. The world is trending into a more fractured state. The dollar is down a huge amount against other currencies this year. People don't trust the US to be leaders anymore because the US doesn't want to be a leader anymore. It wants other people to take care of its own problems. And so the idea of a dollar, like a dollar dependent world, is just not true anymore. And if you look, there's a chart today uh, published that the amount of gold warehoused in Shanghai has literally 7x in the last year. That's going to continue, and it's going to continue across the world. And you're basically like you're front running the biggest DAT in the world, which is the central banks accumulating gold, and that's going to bleed over to silver. Uranium, I've talked about this thesis before a while ago, but uranium, I'm super bullish on. Specifically, one, dude, just look at the chart. But from a geopolitical perspective, resources are getting more highly sought after because in a world where free trade breaks down, you don't want to have too many dependencies on countries that could turn against you. And that's what a lot of leaders are thinking longer term right now. They're thinking, okay, well, we can't rely on Russian oil, or we can't rely on oil from Kazakhstan. We can't, you know, uh, we need to be energy, we need to be energy independent, and nuclear power is the best way to do that. And it's been held back for a long time because specifically politics. And you're seeing that change. You're seeing Canada change its tune. You're seeing Germany change its tune. You're seeing all these countries that used to be against nuclear energy changing their tune, thinking, okay, maybe we should actually invest in this because it's the only way to be energy independent for countries. And especially this is true, especially for countries that don't necessarily have um, direct access to other resources. Basically, you just buy and stockpile as much uranium as you possibly can right now because it'll last you forever. Uh, and you want to start generating electricity within your own borders. Very simple stuff. I think renewable energies are going through the roof because of this.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mainly on the uranium part, I think it's the changing in politics.
Which ETF are you long? URA?
URA.
Okay.
And then I'm long Tesla because I think that there are no other public companies on the market where you can get access to the robotics revolution, and people are gonna crowd Tesla again because it's the robotics play, right? Like it's gonna be the leader in terms of the robotics in future. So every other robotics company is private. Tesla is not. Buy Tesla.